Welcome to the How-To Factory, the channel where we reveal how some of your favorite foods are made. Babybel cheese, small, round, and wrapped in its signature red wax, is a favorite snack for cheese lovers worldwide. Whether packed in school lunches, enjoyed as a quick snack, or paired with crackers and fruit, Babybel's mild, creamy taste and fun, peelable wax make it a standout in the world of cheese. But have you ever wondered how these tiny wheels of cheese are made? Today, we're taking you inside the fascinating process of producing Babybel cheese, from fresh milk to the perfectly sealed, bite-sized round. Babybel is a type of semi-soft cheese that originated in France in 1952. It was inspired by traditional Dutch Edam cheese, but was crafted to be milder and more convenient for snacking. Mini Babybel was introduced in 1977, making the cheese even more portable and popular worldwide. Today, Babybel is produced in large, state-of-the-art facilities, but the process still follows the time-honored cheese-making traditions. By the way, if you love learning how your favorite foods are made, consider subscribing to the channel. We post videos like this every week, and your support helps us a lot. Now let's step inside a Babybel production facility. The process begins with fresh, high-quality milk sourced from dairy farms. This milk is first pasteurized to eliminate any harmful bacteria while preserving the rich, creamy flavor. Once pasteurized, the milk is poured into large stainless steel vats, where the magic of cheese-making begins. Natural bacterial cultures and rennet are added to turn liquid milk into solid cheese. The cultures help develop Babybel's mild taste, while rennet causes the milk to curdle and form solid curds. After a short period, the curds separate from the whey, which is the liquid portion of the milk. The whey is drained off, and the curds are gently pressed to remove excess moisture, creating the soft, slightly springy texture Babybel is known for. Once the curds have reached the perfect consistency, they are shaped into small, uniform rounds. These rounds are then submerged in a light salt bath, which helps enhance their flavor and preserve the cheese. Unlike aged cheeses that develop intense flavors over time, Babybel is designed to be mild and creamy, so the aging process is minimal. After the cheese rounds have set, they move on to one of Babybel's most iconic parts, the wax coating. Each cheese wheel is dipped into molten red wax, which hardens to form a protective seal. This wax coating makes Babybel fun to peel. It helps lock in freshness, prevents drying out, and protects the cheese from outside contaminants. The wax is food-grade and completely safe to handle and eat, though it's not meant to be consumed. Once the wax has set, the cheeses are wrapped in their signature net bags and sent off for packaging. Quality control checks are done throughout the process to ensure that every piece meets Babybel's high standards. After packaging, the cheese is shipped to stores worldwide, ready to be enjoyed as a convenient, delicious snack. From fresh milk to the perfectly wrapped red wax wheel, Babybel cheese results from careful craftsmanship and modern innovation. So, the next time you peel back that red wax and take a bite, remember the journey it took to get from the dairy farm to your hands. Toblerone, famous for its distinctive triangular shape and smooth, chocolatey taste, is one of the most recognizable chocolate bars in the world. Whether picked up as a souvenir from an airport, gifted during the holidays, or enjoyed as an everyday treat, Toblerone is more than just chocolate. It's a Swiss icon. But have you ever wondered how this unique chocolate is made? Today, we're taking you into the fascinating process of producing Toblerone, from the finest ingredients to the carefully molded peaks that make it special. Toblerone was created in 1908 by Theodor Tobler in Bern, Switzerland. He wanted to craft a chocolate bar that stood out, so he combined Swiss milk chocolate with honey and chewy almond nougat, then shaped it into a series of triangular peaks. While many believe the design was inspired by the Matterhorn, a famous Swiss mountain, some say it was actually modeled after a pyramid-like formation made by dancers at a show in Paris. Regardless of the inspiration, the shape has become iconic, setting Toblerone apart from every other chocolate bar on the market. By the way, if you love learning how your favorite foods are made, consider subscribing to the channel. We post videos like this every week, and your support helps us a lot. Now let's step inside a Toblerone production facility. The process begins with sourcing the highest quality ingredients, including rich cocoa beans, Swiss milk, sugar, and the signature honey and almond nougat blend. The cocoa beans are first roasted to enhance their deep, chocolatey flavor, then ground into a fine cocoa mass. This is combined with sugar and Swiss milk powder, forming the base of the chocolate. The mixture is refined to achieve a smooth texture, then goes through a process called conching, where it is continuously mixed and aerated for several hours. This helps develop the creamy, melt-in-your-mouth consistency that Toblerone is known for. Once the chocolate is perfectly smooth, the honey almond nougat is added. This nougat gives Toblerone its signature chewiness and adds a delicate sweetness that balances the rich chocolate. The nougat is mixed in evenly to ensure every bite has the right texture and flavor. Next comes the molding process. Instead of being poured into a traditional flat chocolate mold, the liquid Toblerone mixture is carefully poured into custom molds that create the distinctive triangular shape. The molds are then gently vibrated to remove air bubbles, ensuring a solid, uniform structure. After this, the chocolate is cooled at a precise temperature to set properly and develop its glossy finish. Once the chocolate has fully hardened, the bars are carefully removed from the molds and checked for quality. Any bars that don't meet the exact standards are melted down and reused. The perfect bars are then wrapped in their signature gold foil and packaged in the instantly recognizable Toblerone box, complete with the hidden bear in the logo, a tribute to the city of Bern, where the chocolate was first created. After packaging, the Toblerone bars are shipped worldwide, ready for chocolate lovers everywhere to enjoy. Whether you snap off a piece to share or savor it slowly, each bite is a taste of Swiss craftsmanship and over a century of chocolate-making tradition. From the finest Swiss milk to the carefully shaped peaks, Toblerone's journey from factory to your hands is a perfect blend of history, innovation, and craftsmanship. So, the next time you break off a triangular piece, take a moment to appreciate the skill and care that went into making this legendary chocolate. The creamy, stretchy, and delicious world of fresh mozzarella, whether layered in a caprese salad, melted onto a pizza, or simply enjoyed with a drizzle of olive oil, fresh mozzarella is a staple in kitchens worldwide. But how is this soft, milky cheese made in a factory? Let's take a closer look at its journey from fresh milk to the perfect mozzarella ball. The origins of mozzarella date back centuries to southern Italy, where cheesemakers first developed this iconic cheese using buffalo milk. Traditionally, mozzarella was made by hand in small batches, following a method called pasta filata, or stretched curd. Today, modern factories use advanced technology to scale up production while maintaining the same time-honored process. By the way, if you love learning how everyday foods are made, consider subscribing to the channel. We post videos like this every week, and your support helps us. The process begins with high-quality milk, typically from cows or buffalo. In large-scale mozzarella production, the milk arrives at the factory in refrigerated tankers, ensuring it stays fresh. Before processing begins, the milk is tested for purity, fat content, and temperature. Any milk that doesn't meet quality standards is discarded. Once approved, the milk is pasteurized by heating it to a precise temperature to eliminate harmful bacteria while preserving its natural flavor. With pasteurization complete, it's time to transform the milk into curds. Cheesemakers add rennet, a natural enzyme that helps coagulate the milk, and bacterial cultures that develop the cheese's flavor and texture. The milk thickens within 30 to 40 minutes and forms a solid curd, separating from the liquid whey. The curd is then carefully cut into small pieces, allowing more whey to drain out. Next comes the key step that gives mozzarella its signature stretch: the heating and stretching. The curds are placed into large vats of hot water where they are heated to around 175 degrees Fahrenheit. This softens the curds, making them elastic and pliable. Factory machines or skilled workers then knead and stretch the curd repeatedly, creating a smooth and shiny texture. This traditional pasta filata method is what gives mozzarella its unique stretchability. Once the curd reaches the perfect consistency, it is shaped into familiar forms. Depending on the product, machines portion the mozzarella into small balls, logs, or larger blocks. Some factories still shape the cheese by hand for artisanal batches, while others rely on automated molding systems for precision and efficiency. After shaping, the fresh mozzarella is immediately cooled in cold water or brine. This step helps the cheese firm up while locking in moisture, giving it that soft, juicy texture. Depending on the variety, the mozzarella may be packed in a light salt brine to enhance flavor or vacuum sealed to retain freshness. Finally, the cheese is packaged and prepared for distribution. Factory workers or automated systems place the mozzarella into containers, ensuring proper labeling with details like weight, ingredients, and expiration dates. Since fresh mozzarella has a shorter shelf life than aged cheeses, it's shipped quickly to grocery stores, restaurants, and markets worldwide, ready to be enjoyed within days of production. And just like that, fresh mozzarella goes from farm-fresh milk to the delicious cheese we all love. Whether served fresh, melted, or paired with tomatoes and basil, mozzarella's creamy texture and mild flavor make it a favorite in countless dishes. Today we're stepping into the world of goat cheese, a creamy, tangy, and versatile cheese that has been enjoyed for centuries. Whether spread on crackers, crumbled onto salads, or melted into a delicious dish, goat cheese offers a rich, distinct flavor that sets it apart from cow's milk cheeses. But how is it made in a factory? Let's take a closer look at the journey from farm to table. Goat cheese, or chèvre as it's known in French, has been produced for thousands of years. It dates back to ancient civilizations, where goats were among the first domesticated animals. Goat milk was easier to digest and required less land and resources than cow's milk, making it a staple in many cultures. Today, goat cheese is produced on a much larger scale, but the process still follows traditional cheese-making techniques. By the way, if you love learning how everyday foods are made, consider subscribing to the channel. We post videos like this every week, and your support helps us. It all starts on the farm, where dairy goats are carefully raised and milked. The milk is collected daily and transported to the cheese factory in refrigerated tankers. Upon arrival, the milk is tested for quality, fat content, and bacterial purity to ensure only the best raw materials go into the cheese. Once approved, the milk undergoes pasteurization, where it is heated to kill harmful bacteria while preserving its natural flavor and nutrients. After pasteurization, it's time to transform the milk into cheese. Cheesemakers add a combination of lactic acid bacteria and rennet to the warm milk, triggering the coagulation process. Over the next several hours, the milk thickens into curds while the liquid whey begins to separate. Unlike cow's milk cheese, goat cheese has a naturally softer curd due to the smaller fat globules and higher acidity of goat's milk. Once the curds have fully formed, they are carefully cut and drained. Traditional goat cheese is made using a slow draining method, allowing gravity to remove excess whey while preserving the delicate texture naturally. Some factories use specialized molds lined with cheesecloth to help shape and drain the cheese without pressing it too firmly, ensuring a soft and creamy consistency. Now comes the shaping process. Depending on the type of goat cheese being made, the curds may be hand-formed into logs, rounds, or small wheels. Soft, fresh goat cheese is usually molded into small cylinders, while aged varieties are shaped into larger rounds and allowed to mature. The cheese is lightly salted to enhance flavor and help preserve its freshness. Some goat cheese also comes in small, crumbled pieces, making sprinkling over dishes like salads, pizzas, and pasta easy. If the cheese is meant to be aged, it is transferred to special aging rooms where temperature and humidity are carefully controlled. During aging, natural molds may develop on the rind, giving the cheese its characteristic flavor and texture. Some varieties, like Boucheron or Croton, age for several weeks to develop a firmer texture and deeper taste, while fresh goat cheese is packaged and shipped almost immediately. Finally, the cheese is packaged for distribution. Fresh goat cheese is sealed in airtight containers to maintain moisture and prevent spoilage, while aged varieties may be wrapped in wax paper or vacuum sealed. Each package is labeled with essential information like weight, ingredients, and expiration dates before being sent to grocery stores, specialty cheese shops, and restaurants worldwide. And just like that, goat cheese goes from farm-fresh milk to the creamy, tangy cheese we all love. Whether you enjoy it spread on toast, crumbled into a salad, sprinkled over a pizza, or paired with honey and nuts, goat cheese is a delicious and versatile ingredient that continues to be cherished worldwide. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at how goat cheese is made, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the How-To Factory for more fascinating food-making processes. Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring how the world's most delicious foods come to life. See you in the next video.